I am 𝗕𝗂𝗏𝗂𝗏. So glad you're joining me here today for a continual connection. Just two, man, you and me. Well, I guess broadcasting this live to who knows how many men, just like you and me, a little bit older, busy, productive lives, focusing on our fitness. That's how we come together. Fitness first, cornerstone, building blocks to a productive, energetic life, right? Fitness first, structure, certainty, that sense of control, right? You build your self-confidence on fitness, and then we build from there, right? A busy, productive, fulfilling life, right? We got to really focus on that now that we're a little bit older, right? Like we say, our battle cry is there's more time behind us than we have in front of us. So we have to live every single day with a sense of urgency. When you come on, say hello, hello, hello. If you have any questions, this is the time to ask. Let me know where you're watching me from, what part of the world. Tell me if you're watching me on Facebook at 𝗕𝗂𝗏𝗂𝗏 page, on Facebook at Workouts for Older Men, or on YouTube at 𝗕𝗂𝗏𝗂𝗏. Got a lot of men watching on Instagram in the replay version. If you're around at 6 p.m. Pacific time, almost every single night, I come on live to just jump on and see how I can connect with you. Gerald, hello there. Great to have you here, Gerald, on Facebook. Like I said, I'm here to answer any questions, just connect with you, just remind you of who you are, what you're all about, your attention to your fitness. Maybe someone will ask the question that maybe you never thought of. Maybe you could ask that question. All right. Yesterday, a lot of men liked my story, my going bald story. And I was thinking about it because, you know, on some guys, you know, I watch the social media platforms, and there's a lot of fitness in, well, I don't know about a lot, but I mean, they just live on TikTok live, right? And, you know I come here every night, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 minutes at the most, but I mean, they're like every hour a day, it seems like, just sitting in front of the camera talking about anything. But one thing that I guess was kind of interesting is their stories. Now, you know what, a couple of, you know, I'm not particularly interested in their stories and all their, you know, but I was thinking, well, why don't I tell you some of my life stories? Right? But I was thinking about, but I've lived a very boring life. I wouldn't know what you would find interesting, right? Hello, Gregory. Great to have you here. Hello, 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 Jason. You know, one thing though is, you know, I do get a lot of comments about, you know, my energy being positive, and you know how, I don't know, they perceive that as different. I'm just being me. This was through a lot of conditioning over the years. All right, working with the masters, doing a lot of life coaching, right? Personal for myself and with a lot of men over the years. I mean, I talk about fitness, but it inevitably goes to bigger purposes in life, and I think that's especially needed now that we're a little bit older. If you're ever interested in any of my coaching, fitness, whatever it may be, you want some of this energy, go ahead and reach out. Look at all the coaching packages, click some links in the description of this video of all the different coaching plans I have, and then reach out to me. We can talk about it. We can talk about, see what's a good fit for you. You want one of these shirts? Yes, we'll do that. You know, I'll get you one of those, Jason. I gotta get those mass produced. You're not the only one, but I gotta get out there, right? Today, matter of fact, was first day that I really went in the gym, and I really pushed my, did it like a full body workout since my injury to my hamstring and my shoulder. It's about 3.5 weeks ago now. I mean, I did cardio. I stay very active with my kids, so I moved around a lot. Ate right, did cardio, right. So, you know, I haven't been pushing the heavy weight, but I've been, you know, taking care of my fitness, and it felt good. It felt good. You know, take it slow, getting back. I think my shoulders, I don't know, about, if I, you know, try to go back to what I was doing before, I don't know, 75, 80%, which I'm appreciative because I, I've said many times, not used to getting injured, especially injured at almost 60 years old. So I had no idea how long it would take to recover. Would I recover 100%? So I feel very thankful. Hello, Rita. Good to have you here, sir. Yeah. So, One thing, but my conditioning, my story, and it's interesting. I know Jason has been here for a while, and there was a period, I don't know, about maybe 5 years or more. A lot of guys found a lot of inspiration in my story, how I became whatever it is I am now, my journey through life, about the things that shaped me, from my career before bodybuilding, what led me to bodybuilding, the whole state of mind of my growth or lack of growth while my body was growing as a bodybuilding champion. And then especially the journey afterwards to where I am now, like I said, almost 60 years old, married now with 2 little kids, right? That spent a lot of time, focused on it and really working on their personal development and their personal developments through sports too. So, but how I got here. And so I was writing a book. I called it, It's a Matter of Trust, Confessions of a Recovering Bodybuilder. And, I would post it a lot, and it was something that really helped a lot of guys who, were into bodybuilding and probably for the same reasons I was, and how it shaped our thinking and the strengths and then the weaknesses. And really hot on that. It helped a lot of people. It drew a lot of people. It got a lot of people coming to me for one-on-one coaching. But I just realized was my reality and what shaped me in the past. I was no longer that. I don't even attach the same story to it. And I moved on to where I am now. I didn't want to live in that past, but it did help a lot of people. But I wrote about 66 pages of some key events that got me to where I am now. And I think that it would be really helpful to a lot of men. I'm not going to necessarily promote it, but I'm going to make it available if that sounds interesting to you. And also my Manformation course, which was leadership, influence, confidence strategies. I created this course that I've sold hundreds and hundreds around the world. A lot of men got a lot of power from it. And it was my personal journey as I transformed from the really secluded bodybuilder who looked so good on the outside. And when I was in my element talking about bodybuilding and competing, you would think I just had the ultimate confidence. And not that I lacked confidence, but I just wasn't around people very much for 15 years as I focused. And it was my journey out of that to assimilate into real life. And that was no easy feat because that started about 42 years old. So it's been quite a journey. But, that Manformation course was really helpful, and that helped out a lot of men. So I think I'm going to package that together, like I said, to get a lot of confidence of what you guys think of my attitude and being positive, my energy. And I want to share with you how, in my opinion, how that all developed. And I appreciate the compliment, but more than that, I want you to benefit if you need some more of that in your life. Jason says, state of mind is everything. It is. What you believe to be true is true and nothing else. And that's what a mentor of mine, Marshall Silver, used to say. What you believe of your reality of how the world is it fair? Are there opportunities? Right? Or is it a tough place and people are this or people that? I mean, what you believe to be true will be true for you and nothing else. You create your own reality. You walk, talk, and act. You take action or don't take action based on your view of the world. So you're right. State of mind is everything. And yeah, like I said, I'm going to create that package. I know, Jason, I saw that I have all these. One thing is I've always lived with, this just motto. Actually, it was in my high school yearbook, the senior picture. It was to teach is to learn twice. And I was really impacted by the coaches that I had growing up. So I always wanted to be a coach, and I always wanted to teach what I've learned. And so, long before the internet started, so I wrote all these articles and ebooks. And so I've packaged up 11 ebooks that I wrote, and they're just sitting on my hard drive for a $24.99 package. So that's down below in the description too, if you want that hardcore bodybuilding. When I was hardcore as any hardcore fitness person could be, right? But I'm going to package up that Manformation course. It's 11 hours. It's 6 different sessions: influence, persuasion, body language, voice qualities, confidence, leadership, framing, creating, your goals, your dreams, taking you to a goal setting session. That's something I did many years ago, and you can see how it shaped my thinking and the actions that I took. 6 sessions, 11 hours. It comes with the workbooks that go along with every session. Like I said, a lot of men, it's such a compliment because, a lot of men who are really successful in business and, fitness, they're into it. I mean, the reason why they came to me for coaching was because of that man information course. They got so much power from those audios and the workbooks. They said, what else, does this guy have to offer? And I took it from there. Right. So I'll have that package for you, ready for tomorrow. Just sell it at some nominal fee for you. John says, what's your take on CrossFit for someone who's 60? Take it slow. Take it slow. I mean, everything, it's just movement. CrossFit at any age gets a bad reputation for, all the different movements and all the injuries. So it's even more, that's for any age. So certainly with 60, but if you did it in control, there's a lot of people who love CrossFit and don't get hurt too. Gregory, Skip, do you do any hiking or biking? What kind of leg workout do you now? Free weights or machines or both? Okay, so in the gym for legs, I do free weights and machines. I do squats and stiff leg deadlifts for hamstrings with the barbells, right? For squats, I use a leg press. Sometimes I'll do some lunges with barbells, but yeah, that's about it for legs. Keep it pretty basic. It's just about overload. As far as hiking, I'm not a big hiker. I'm not a big outdoors guy at all, or biking. All right. When I bike, I like to be on a stationary bike and usually go 45 minutes on moderate pace and do something else in that time besides biking. But at least not yet. No hiking and biking. Starting to walk a lot. I found walking is very kind of therapeutic, right? So, that's about it for me. Skip, why don't the low calories I used several years ago to lose weight do not work now that I'm older? I'm 60. What's low calories to you? I'm curious. And why wouldn't that work? What would be low calories for you? And what does it mean it doesn't work? You don't lose weight? I mean, what was that? Tell me, Sal, what you did before, what you're doing now, how it's not working. I'm not quite clear why low calories wouldn't work. All right, guys. So anyway, I was trying to think, like I said, I was listening to that TikTok guy. He had all these kind of crazy stories, and I don't know if I have any. I'm gonna have to think about that. You guys have any questions for me? And that you maybe I just live my life. It's probably normal to me, but it might be interesting to you. I remember when I was 18 years old and I worked at a Sizzler. I was just saying the story on TikTok Live because the gentleman said he was from Sacramento, California, and that's where I grew up. And he lived, where I worked at the Sizzler restaurant when I was 18, 19 years old. And also I worked at a convenience store. And within 1 month, I was going to junior college, working full time at the Sizzler as the junior manager or whatever. And then I was ambitious with all that. I wanted to get another job, and so I worked graveyard shift at a convenience store. Now, I never knew those convenience stores got robbed all the time. Never knew that. And on my third night, I got robbed at gunpoint. So that was my last night, there. But it was interesting. Someone robbed the restaurant, so I got robbed at gunpoint within the same month. And when I think about that, right? I would say within that same year, I got hit by a drunk driver and was ejected out of my car and landed 30 feet on a curb. And ambulance came and, kind of like in shock. I mean, I was awake during the whole time and, got rushed to the hospital, but miraculously, besides some glass in my head and ground into my palms, I was okay. Current leg routine, sets and reps, please. Let's see. Go ahead and if you go to 𝗕𝗢𝗂𝗏.com, there's a, see if I can do that. Oops. There we go. Still on there. Let's see here. There you go. There's leg routine right there. How's that? Get free steak from Sizzler? I did. I wasn't a bodybuilder. I didn't start bodybuilding until I was 27. Right, but it, you know, my favorite food was prime rib and that Texas cheese toast with 2 slices of American cheese, and I would have those prime rib sandwiches all the time with those steak fries. That used to be my favorite meal at Sizzler. Yes, that I got for free. Let's see here. Hello, Bland. Let's see. So Sal says, when I started my weight loss, I went down from 1,200 down to 1,200 calories to 1,500 calories per day and lost about 30 pounds in 8 months. Now when I eat 1,500 calories a time, I gain weight. It's not a lot of calories. I know why, you know, I don't know why you gain weight on just 1,500 calories, but I can tell you that's not a lot of food, even if you're 60, that I can see where after 30 pounds, it might stop. Yeah. So, you know, nutrition is an interesting thing because you really have to be careful about tracking your calories, right? I mean, everybody guesses their calories wrong and it really makes a difference, but nobody thinks that they do, right? They think they're close enough. So, you know, if you're not counting right, then, you know, that would answer all your problems. But if a guy thinks that he's counting them right and he doesn't check his math, then he'll never count them again. And so, you know, what can you do? But 1,500 calories isn't a lot of food. I don't see how you would gain weight. And I'm not sure what kind of weight you're talking about. 1,500 calories, that would hardly be a surplus for anybody, right? But again, that's assuming, you know, that the calories that you're doing are 1,500 calories, but you would know that more. But I would just double check all that. You know, I really think, I don't care if you're 60 years old, if you're active, you're watching these videos and you're working out often. I mean, you got to eat at least 2,300 calories, right? And you won't gain weight at 2,300 calories. That's the minimum that you should eat. All right, guys. All right. Well, if you're watching this replay version, post your question down below. Maybe your question will be the whole topic of my next workouts for Older Men Live. All right. So, hey, let's live with a sense of urgency. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the energy. Again, look down below for all the different ways I can help you with my one-on-one coaching. We can talk about it first before you make any commitment. And so, yeah, just reach out to me. We can talk, text me a picture, have you fill out a questionnaire so we can really use our time efficiently so I can figure out what your challenge is and the best way to help you. And then you can decide what you want to do from there. All right, so let's live with the sense of urgency. We have to when we're a little bit older. We've got more time behind us than we do in front of us. Thank you so much for joining me and have a great day.